Video by Mr. Kabongo from the Congo. All right, so how do we do this thing? Now that video number 2 is about factoring, you're still doing the now you're doing the cubes, right? The cubes. How do I know it's cube? Because it has a 3 right here. That's how you know the cubes, right? The previous video had the squares. Now you're doing cubes. So we're still going to apply the same method. You start with the parentheses. Let's get to work. Parentheses, parentheses, and we're using a plus this time. You put a plus right here. All right, so what goes inside of the, oh, don't forget your cubes on the outside. Last video was squares. This time it's cubes, so you put the 3 on the outside. All right, what goes inside of the parentheses? Well, let's find out. If I give you an x cube, then you can easily rewrite it like this. Just the same thing. Put your x inside, it's the same thing. Now, what if I give you an 8? How do you rewrite it inside the parentheses? Well, if you, because right now I could just tell you 2 times 2 times 2 should give me 8, because that would be 4 times 2, that would be 8. But if you can't think of that, just take the cube root. Your calculator can do that. Your phones and your calculator or decimals can do that. Cube root of 8, you get 2. So you can rewrite it like this. That will be still give you 8. All right, now, next thing is to identify your formula. What's my formula? What formula would I use that would work? All right, so because I have a plus right here, then will it be formula number 1 or formula number 2? Think which formula. Based on this plus right here, I would have to go with the formula numero 1. Numero uno. All right, so this formula right here. So let's rewrite that formula real fast. So I'm going to rewrite that formula as a plus b. This whole thing, I'm just rewriting it right there at the bottom. And then a squared minus a times b plus b squared, close the parentheses. Let's continue. All right, so one thing I forgot to mention is this. So this whole thing right here is a. This whole thing right here, it's b. All right, just like the previous video. Let's go in and start putting this stuff in. All right, it says a plus b. A is x, b is 2. Done deal with that one. A plus b. Next one. A squared. A is x, x squared. Done. Let's continue. The next one say minus. Minus what? Minus a times b. That is x times 2. That gives me 2x. Continue. Plus. All right. It says b squared. B is 2. 2 squared, you get 4. 2 squared, you get 4. Hey, and then you done. What? And then you done. Say what? Moving on. Moving on to C. I want to do C. If you look right here, I already kind of put that right there. But if you look right, there's no number in front of X. So there's an invisible uno. Invisible uno. Here it is right here. Uno. All right. So what do we do with that? Same deal. Just like I did with A, I'm going to still do it with B. First, do your 2 set of parentheses. All right. Ready, set, go. 2 parentheses. Boom. Whoop, 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 whoop. This time you're doing a minus, right? A minus. All right. So you got your cubes right here. All right. So now, if I have x to the 3rd power, that's the same thing as writing it like this. Yep. What about 64 though? Like, what's the cube root of 64? All right, so just cube root this. It should tell you what to write inside the parentheses. I bet you it's 4. Man, I can't think on top of my head right now. So that is 16. 16 times 4, 24. Yep, it sure is 4. You put 4 right here. And then you label them. This is A, this is B. All right, which formula are we going to use? Let's go over here. Let's identify a formula. Am I going to use the first one or would I use the second one? Well, based on this minus right here, I should be using the second one right here. That's what I'm going to use. So rewrite that formula real fast. So, well, not like super fast. Just write it. A minus B, and then a squared. This time is plus 8 times B. plus b squared. This formula. Choo. All right. Now let's plug in the numbers. All right. So let's go ahead and plug these numbers. So let me open up my parentheses. Doop, doop. All right. Let's move it up a little bit because it's hard to see from down there. All right. So let's go ahead and put our numbers. You ready? Set, go. All right. A is X. Boom. Mine is B. B is 4. Mine is B. Done deal with that parentheses. Next, A squared. A is X. X squared. Done. Plus A times B. X times 4. 4x. Done. Plus B squared. B is 4. 4 squared is 16. 16. We are done. Look at that. We are killing it, y'all. I feel like we're on fire right now. All right, we're moving on. Moving on to the next one. All right, now look. This time I actually have a number bigger than 1. All right, what does that mean? Are you gonna freak out? No. You got this? Yeah. All right. So if I have, oh, this sum is a plus x, no big deal. So if I have 8x squared, what do I do? Well, cube root your 8. That should give you the 2x raised to the third power, right? So let's go and put that in here. Boom, boom. What about the 27? Cube root that sucker, right? What does that give you? I bet you it's 3. Hold on. 3 times 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3 equals 27. So there's 3. You put the 3 right here. Okay. This whole thing is A. This whole thing is B. What formula should I use? Well, there is a plus right here. You see this plus? There's a plus right here. Let's identify a formula. Which formula should I use with the minus between them? Clearly, it has to be numero dos, right? It has to be numero dos. This one right here. Oh no, just kidding. Ha. I almost made a mistake right here. We have a plus, so it has to be numero uno. So I'm gonna go with this one right here because there is a plus right here. Right here. All right, let's write that first one right here. Cool. All right, so the formula says a plus b open a squared plus minus a times b plus b squared, close it. Formula, a is 2x plus b. B is 3. A squared. Now I'm done with the first parenthesis. A squared. A is 2x. So if you square it, so a squared will be 2x squared, which is 4x squared. All right, 4x squared. Let's move on. Minus a times b. 2x times 3, that equals 6x. Next, b squared. B squared is 3 squared, which is 9 plus 9. And just like that, you're killing it. We're done. Last one. All right, last one. Step it up. All right, we're going to step it up a little bit with this one. You ready? 2 set of parentheses. Boom. This time we're dealing with the minus. Boom. Put your 3. All right. So you give me 125, right? What's the cube root of that? I got the x cube right there. All right, I bet you it's 5. It has to be 5, right? So let's see, 5 times 5 times 5, that's 25. 25 times 5. Yep. It's 5. Got it. All right, now we're going to do with the 8. The 8, we're pretty good at that. We knew, so this is 5 cube. The 8, we knew it was going to be 2 cube 2. All right, let's go ahead and put this in the, don't forget your x right here. Let's go ahead and label this. This is A, this is B. All right, make sure I can move my, all right, let's continue. So what formula? This time is minus. Because it's minus, I think I will have to use the second one because it's minus. So The second one says different color. I'm just trying to keep it uniform. A minus B. And then it's a squared minus a times b plus b squared. All right, let's move it down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna move it this way a little bit so y'all can see it. All right, so let's get to work. All right, so a times b. It's a minus b. A is 5x minus b. B is 2. Done deal with the parentheses right there. A squared. It's what's a again? It's 5x or 5x squared. So if you do 5x squared, that should give you 25x squared. Got it. Minus a times b. 5x times 2, that should give you 10x. Plus b squared. B squared is 2 squared. That gives you 4. And we are done. All right, this one was just a little bit of work, but just do the practice, use the formula.